The anti-concerts are an introduction to the art of quartet music, but all four members of the quartet also give individual lessons in the city and the university and group instruction to students in the music education program. Training string players, both amateurs and professionals, is very much a part of their life at Queen's.
Yes, very much so. I think all four of us like teaching, because I think it's one of the first responsibilities in an artist to what you experience every day.
Artist, I think that I would put to that.
For a performing artist, to not only to show how to play, everybody can learn mechanical things, but giving further your experiences which you are actually facing as a performing artist every day. Although it's a two-way play, you have to have responsive students to enjoy your teaching. If you don't, it's a terrible long hour of drag. Measure the percentage of between responsive students and less is quite, how shall I say, I don't want to be too hard to them, but very small percentage, maybe 1 or 2 per academic year. But I've been thinking quite often a sleepless night about it, and I told myself, this year was worthwhile for that one. Yes. That may be the only result.
The quartet gives formal recitals in various parts of Canada and the States, but in Kingston, playing sometimes in a concert hall, sometimes in a school auditorium or cafeteria, they have to be prepared to play in all sorts of settings.
We create the environment. We go into a place, it's true, but we create everything.
It's true.
We could be tremendously influenced and even caught off guard, I suppose, if we were to absorb everything around us. But that's our responsibility to bring into it.
I think what
all that it
is saying is some of the aspects of our environment that we might be affected by, we must try very hard not to be affected by it. Precisely, playing in a cafeteria is just not particularly inspiring. We do try also to carry a concept of what we're going to perform.
It's our privilege today to have back again the Vaghy Quartet, who are resident in Queen's University.
Since the Vaghys came to Kingston, a feature of each school year is the informal recitals they give in the schools, at Loyalist Collegiate, for example. The heart of the quartet's life is their quartet playing, but they also lead and train the string sections of the Kingston Symphony Orchestra and sometimes perform as soloists under the leadership of Alexander Brott.
I think we all agree that we have an extremely fruitful relationship with Alexander Brott, and it's very rewarding for us to work with him. It's also rewarding to work with so many amateur players who are very deeply devoted and sincerely interested in music.
Yeah, definitely takes from them lots of time and lots of devotion. Actually, we have quite a new approach. It is an approach that is idealized for lots of orchestra, but it was never done because it's very difficult to get professional musicians to sessions when only the section is there. Now, with music is very difficult because you work usually on terms. And our terms are quite short because we have usually 6 or 7 rehearsals to each concert. So it has to be worked as well and as concentrated as possible. We have here an incredibly lucky situation in that case because the players and the board and including us, we were agreed to do it. And sure, it is an extra burden, extra heavy load of work on us. But somehow we do it very gladly and it pays off. It pays definitely very much off. But I really think that is one of the strongest things what we do in the orchestra. Not only to play well and sure and going after quality, but to train the section to be a section. What never happened.
On another plane, chamber music.
Yeah, it is. It is
true,
chamber music.
Yeah.
We would like to see the day when Kingston could build its own very professional orchestra right from its own people. And of course, as the leavening agent of professional musicians does spread enthusiasm and standard throughout the community, and people grasp this with their own love of art and music, of course it will produce right from the very beginning level, from children in the public schools through college and university, to pour into an organization like the Kingston Symphony very high quality players. Definitely it could be that type of thing.
To each of these activities they bring the same enthusiasm. In their formal concerts they are at their finest, offering Kingston the precision and eloquence of a very distinguished group, the Vaghy String Quartet.
I personally feel that I play much better in a completely formal situation. I respond well to that, and to be able to have the continuity to begin a piece and know that nothing is going to disturb your concentration, hopefully, until the end of the piece. That's at the end of not just one movement or part of the movement, but that's a complete work of art that you have the opportunity to present. That's a challenge, and it's a challenge we can respond to.
I love the formal situation, and I think classical music should be formal.